Oh wow, this still surprises. Um, so I just sent a bunch of masks to a hospital in Hangzhou, and on the way back, well, on the way to there, I took a DD because I'm lazy. But now on the way back, I am walking, and this is about 1 o'clock, 12 o'clock ish. What is this? 1 o'clock in Shanghai, and this is not in the center of Shanghai. This is in Yangpu district, which is a bit to the north east of central Shanghai. Okay, so let's just look at the number of places that are closed versus the number of places that are open. Right, so you got this. It's a bit of a residential area. I think it's fairly new development. So you have these car things over there. Half of that are closed. And then over there, not sure if you can see, you've got renovations and don't know what else that are. But like half of that was closed. And let's see. This place, which is for the commercial leasing, the leasing center is freaking closed itself. Oh, holy crap, it's rotten. Okay, so this place may be run down for quite a while, I would think. Maybe it has nothing to do with this whole issue with the disease. And funnily, it says mask on the front of it. So let's see what the hell this is. Actually, it's not that run down. Oh, it is a bit run down. Very empty. It's got some debris. And then, oh, here is where you get the masks. I see. Okay, that makes sense. All right, so there's some commercial stuff. Wow, holy crap. Maybe this is nothing to do with the recent development. But my God, these are all freaking closed. What the? I think this development has some issues. I mean, if you just look at this. There's one beauty salon. Maybe the whole place is getting shut down. All right, this one is supposed to be selling fresh food. Seems to be closed. This saloon is closed. There's a laundromat, which is at the moment closed, but the lights are on. Well, you can see it's locked. Well, that's empty. What the? Well, there are clearly people living in it, because if you look up, these windows are open, and then it's clearly occupied. So I don't know what the hell is happening with this this commercial complex down here. What the? This makes no sense. I mean, okay, there is a pharmacy that is still open. They seem to be selling everything. And in front of everything, there's a sign as the size and the height of that property. Well, the pharmacy is open. There's a woman in there tending whatever business she has. And if you just so that was the two places that we just saw that was open, the car places. And then over here, that's all closed. There's a Family Mart, which I assume is open. Yeah, that's open. This thing says it's moved. So Family Mart is the only thing that's still running. You've got a hair salon that has like one customer in it. I don't know what the hell this is. Again, this seems to be selling. This one, the door is busted open. Yeah, that door is busted open. Wow. Well, at least you have no squatters. So there is a Runway dealership. I mean, you can see still these bikes. There are people here. There are a bunch of people here. All these are shared bikes. They burned a shit ton of money in 2017, I would say, maybe a little earlier. Yeah, everybody was getting. Oh, this is supposed to be a fruit wholesaler, and that's gone. My God. But I would caution you against generalizing this to the whole of Shanghai. I mean, I haven't gone to the center since I came back, but this is clearly not normal. This is not normal. I mean, you have these spas, and then these restaurants are all closing, and you have this thing. Oh yeah, and here's a leasing center. Says, existing commercial space for lease. Not even storefront, existing storefront for lease. Oh wow, wow. Yeah. Holy crap! This place. I probably should just check online and see what is the deal with this whole place. But it doesn't seem half run down in the residential part, and you can see they're all occupied. It's not a ghost town. It's not one of those ghost cities that people talk about in China. And for some reason, the commercial plaza, I would call it. It's like one of these strip malls almost. Just below it is just completely run down. I don't have any words for it. So it's saying there are, apartments for sale. But I mean, that's not surprising. But the amount, the ratio occupied houses is fairly high. If you just look up, it's most of them had some kind of sign of people living in it, and the place is well maintained, apart from the front where they had this whole I don't know how to put it, but apart from the front, everything seems to be well maintained. The gardening is still being done, and the fountain has stopped, and there are people living. You can see it's people coming out to throw trash, I would assume, with masks on. Oh, these people are rich. They have respirators on. They have N95 respirators. Okay, and then you can see people driving their Audis and whatnot. And then you can see the people driving their BMW over there. It doesn't. Something is a bit dissonant. I'm getting this weird. I'm not. Yeah, it's a bit odd at the moment. Oh, by the way, this is Shunfeng. Delivery very reliable, very cheap compared to UPS. If you want to deliver stuff in China, if you are somewhat semi-rich, you would pick Shunfeng. And within Jiangsu, Zhejiang, and Shanghai, it's typically less than a day, and it will cost you, as a retail customer, $1.5 for 1 kilo, not 1 pound, so like 2 pounds. And they even pick it up for free. So, well, it only works I think it only works in here. The economics works because people live in these large apartment buildings, and then it's very often that they would go there and be able to deliver at the same time as picking up. So I don't think this business model works in especially US when you have a less concentration of population. Well, let's see what we have here. My God, this one is empty too. What the? I think something has happened to the property developer, and what the? Yeah, so it doesn't matter which end you come from. Okay, either they're all closed or they haven't been rented out yet because it has just been opened. But judging by the color of this thing that's blocking the entrance to downstairs, I think this is supposed to be even more commercial development. Unless they were not able to yet rent out all that space. Oh my God. This looks like one of these monuments of some sort, and yet, like, no shops. Okay, so this end, I guess, looks a bit better. Yeah, it looks much better on this end. You've got yeah, it is a ghost town. It's very surprising. I've never seen ghost towns in China. Let's just go over there. Let's see what we have. Okay, there's a bakery. The signs are up. Okay, let's see if it's been taken down or is it just starting up. I mean, the sign is up. If it's taken down, there must be some signs of remaining. Okay, so looks like they haven't started doing business. There's another bakery. These signs are up, and yeah, this end looks much better than the other one. I mean, still a bunch of them are vacant, but looks better maintained. You've got some cars parked in front. I mean, see, another Audi. You have much higher concentrations of Audis and BMWs and Mercedes in here compared to US, I would say. Where are all the people? They're fucking stuck in their houses. Look, every single one of them had people living in it. They're all stuck in their houses. Well, apartments, right? These are all filled. These are all filled. They're not coming out. More construction going on. I mean, you would imagine, somebody might imagine, oh, there's like excess development and they're not being, they can't fill these apartments. But this is Shanghai. If they build it, people will come. The price is the only problem, right? The land price is very expensive here. But if you build it, people will come, and especially here, which is somewhat close to a subway station, people will come. And whenever you run into issues, you'd rather be in Shanghai than anywhere else. So, but this reminds me of fucking Utah, Salt Lake City, instead of Shanghai. Usually the whole place is freaking jammed. But this looks like, this does look like Salt Lake City, where they have like 8 lanes and nobody, well, people. Even Salt Lake City, or like Salt Lake City at 9 p.m. That's what it reminds me of. These cranes are not moving. This is Saturday, but usually we don't take Saturdays. Well, construction workers don't take Saturdays off. So why are they not moving? I don't know. Well, let's look at the cars. You have Cadillac, BMW, and then there was another one which is an Infiniti. And if you look over there, you got a Tesla. What do you have there? Tesla over here, and then you have some kind of Porsche. And what is that? That's probably a Mazda. Oh, that's what the fuck is that called? The fancy Honda. Honda with its head smacked together. Fuck, what is that name? Acura. Yes, Acura. There's an Acura over there. So yeah, if you look at the cars, they're all like somewhat fancy. I mean, you get a much higher percentage of fancy cars. All right, here I can go. There's some French cars there as well, and the French cars got out of US because people think they're poor quality, and guess what? They're still poor quality here in China, and they don't sell well. But regardless, people with a bike running the red light, as you would expect. Yeah, a lot of people are right. Another BMW. What's over there? That's a Lexus. Looking at the cars, you would think this is like, I don't know, Beverly Hills or something. But no, it's not Beverly Hills. This part hasn't been developed yet, I think. It's just empty space. Oh, that's a Mercedes, a BMW, and what else do you have? What is that? That's a Fiat. Why would people buy Fiat? I had a Fiat Punto, and then that fucking thing broke down in the weirdest way possible. I had the clutch not coming back up, so I had to stomp on it sometimes to get the clutch to come back up. And then what happens is that I would apply the pedal in the middle of the intersection, and I hear the engine go like boom boom, and then nothing moves because the clutch doesn't bounce back up. I've lost faith in Fiats ever since. So don't buy Punto. Whatever you buy, don't buy a Punto. Alright, very empty streets. Ugh. Alright, I'll stop this before I ramble on for too long. Bye.